Hey everyone, Matt Morris, leadwithmatt.com. Appreciate you tuning in. Today we're going to talk about leadership, specifically the irrational qualities of great leaders. And I've had the blessing over the years to work with some pretty amazing leaders. In fact, I would say my mentor, who is one of the most amazing leaders I have ever seen, definitely meets all of the criteria that I'm about to share with you. So as you hop on, let me know where you're tuning in from. Give me your city, your country. If you're watching this live, drop me a live in the comments. If you're watching this on the replay, drop me a replay in the comments. If you're watching me for the first time on a live broadcast, drop me a 1 so we can welcome you. And if you share and give some value to some others, let me know that you shared it so we can give you a shout out in the comments. So let's talk about the qualities of a leader. And I'm not talking about the normal qualities of a leader. You know, you can read 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell, Developing the Leader Within You. You can read the 15 Laws of Growth. I mean, there's lots and lots of books that are going to give you the qualities of a leader. In fact, I've done a lot of trainings on different qualities that leaders have, like sociability, like caring for others more than they care for themselves, like intelligence, your capacity to learn, desire, that's obviously a quality. Huge ambition is a quality, but that's not what I'm talking about today. Today, I'm talking specifically about irrational qualities. And if you look at the greatest leaders in the world, if you look at Henry Ford, if we go back to Henry Ford, now obviously, I'm no scholar, I haven't studied him a ton, but one of the things that the stories we hear about Henry Ford was he had a dream of building an 8-cylinder engine. Or maybe it was a 4-cylinder. I don't remember if it was 4 or 8-cylinder, but basically he went to his engineers and said, I want to build an 8-cylinder engine. And the engineers said, it's impossible, you can't. And so he came back to them and said, yes, you can, figure it out. Yes, you can, figure it out. Yes, you can, figure it out. And he just kept going to them saying, do it, just do it, just do it. And what happened? Obviously, we know that there are 8-cylinder engines today. And so some of you have probably seen the story of Steve Jobs. If you ever saw the movie, if you ever read his biography, then you know he was, in many cases, a pretty irrational guy. And the first thing I'll talk about is really just having an alternate reality. You know, most people believe things should work in a certain way. Most people believe that people are a certain way. Most people believe life is like this. And what you notice, great leaders have an alternate reality. While most people can believe the world is like this, they believe the world is like this. That's completely different. And one of the things I've trained on in network marketing specifically is the attitude where I can go into any country in the world and people will come to me and tell me the reality. Okay, the reality is that people in our country are skeptical when it comes to network marketing. That is their reality, and most people who you would ask, is this real? You would say real. Yeah, that's real. People are skeptical about network marketing. And what I've learned to do, and I've had to adopt this, even though I'm naturally kind of a rational guy, but I've had to adopt this alternate reality, this irrational belief that says that, you know what, most people are not really skeptical. They're actually really open-minded. They know the business model works. They just haven't ever seen anything that really resonated with them. That is my alternate reality. Now, do people really believe that? I don't know, but that's what I've chosen to believe that other people believe. That's my alternate reality. And because that's my alternate reality, guess what shows up for me? I find people who are maybe had been skeptical, but now they're not. And what happens when you create your own alternate reality, you create that reality. You make that reality become true because you believe it so much. That's the energy that you put out. Now, another thing that you notice about great leaders is they're delusional with their faith. They're delusional. They believe wholeheartedly in their success, or maybe it's the success of their company. They believe wholeheartedly in whatever it is, and they refuse to believe anything else. You can write this down. It's a stubborn refusal to face the facts. Okay, stubborn refusal to face the facts. In fact, I had to adopt this stubborn refusal to face the facts because I struggled for 5 years. My first year, I sponsored 3 people, 2 of which I paid for to get in. One was my mom. I never even told her she was in. The next company I failed. The next company I failed. I mean, 5 years of struggle. You know, the reality was I sucked. I was really, really awful. I beat myself up. It hurt. I watched other people pass me by. I wanted to quit 1,000 times, but I was just delusional with my faith that I could eventually make it. I had a stubborn refusal to face the facts that I sucked. So I had an optimism that I would figure it out. I created my own alternate reality, was that I was actually a powerful leader, that I was a powerful business person, that I was a powerful entrepreneur, even though there was no evidence of that being true. Okay, so these are some of the irrational qualities of leaders. It's an infectious optimism where someone may have, like me, had been struggling for 5 years. Thank goodness there were leaders who had an infectious optimism towards me, where even though I had failed for so long, they were so optimistic about my success, about me making it, about believing in me, that I believed in myself and I actually made it work. And so you cannot ever, ever, ever discount the fact that other people need your belief in them, especially when they don't have it. Okay, so what I think a great leader has the ability to do is to convince us that all is not lost, even when we think it is. And I specifically have had this happen with my mentor going back some time ago, where I was absolutely convinced all was lost, that things were not going to work out. And I went to him rationally, and it kind of explained the situation. And he was as optimistic as he had ever been. And I remember leaving that meeting with him thinking, oh my God, he's fucking delusional. My exact words, he's fucking delusional. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. But you know what? I left, and while I thought he was delusional, I said, man, what a great leader. Even though the deck is stacked against me, he has 100% certainty that things will be just fine. And so I was able to basically put on his confidence, put on his delusional faith. I was able to adopt his stubborn refusal to face the facts. And you know what happened? I ended up winning in a big way and making way more money than I had ever made, having more momentum in my organization than I had ever had. But had he not had that delusional faith, had he not had his own alternate reality, I probably would have quit. I probably would have quit. Most certainly wouldn't have done the things necessary to turn things around. And so I want you to just think about this in your life. Think about some ways that you need to be a little more irrational than you've been. How can you have way more faith than you've ever had? How can you have an optimism that infects other people? Okay? Are you willing to step out on faith, even though the faith may seem a little bit delusional based on your lack of success previously? And I'll tell you firsthand, having gone from 5 years of struggle, beating myself up, feeling like an utter failure, feeling defeated and beaten down and frustrated and wondering why I couldn't make it, what was wrong with me, why is it that I see so many other people making it and I'm not, questioning my manhood, questioning my intelligence, questioning everything in me. I was able to have enough pig-headed, irrational determination to continue going and see the other side. And I'm telling you, when I saw the other side, being able to not only earn millions of dollars, help many, many other people earn millions of dollars. Thousands of people earn a full-time income from home, being able to travel to over 80 countries around the world, being able to do what I'm really passionate about, being able to speak to audiences in 5 continents, totaling hundreds of thousands of people, being able to have ultimate time and money freedom. That's the other side if you're willing to have these irrational qualities. And so my prayer to you is that you will adopt these and you'll be delusional in your faith in you because you have what it takes. Thanks so much for tuning in. Love to hear your comments. Let me know what you got out of this. If you share it, let me know you shared it. If you want some advanced training specific on direct selling and network marketing, hop over to leadwithmatt.com. You will love it. And as always, go make life an adventure. Take care, everyone.